Let's see if we have a sound. Let's see if we have a sound. Yeah, there is sound. Okay, good morning to everyone. Our daily analysis for Bitcoin as usual. Now the daily looks weak. Money flow is starting to go down again on the red, and I think we're going to break this support at 19 point something 65. Now seeing the weekly really looks bearish with the CLX, and it might dump to the downside considerably. Considerably, I mean go to 13-14k at least, maybe. So my next buy zone will be right here, 13-14k. I think with the COX it's very probable that the price goes there. 4 hour, we have a blood diamond. This doesn't look good for the bulls. Here there is some hope because the money flow is increasing on the 3 hour. Like we are divergent, price is going lower and money flow is going higher. We are divergent on the money flow. Also there is some divergence on the momentum. And if we print a green dot here somewhere, maybe I can place a long, because we might have maybe a day of upside, little upside. So the 1 hour is still going down, and this is continuation anchor wave, but yeah, we had nice divergence on the 3 hour, so yeah, we can see also the divergence in the 2 hour, 1 hour. I think there might be a case to go this for the upside a little bit, maybe 21 something or lower, but yeah, the lower time frames look like we may place a long. Not right now, but when we see there is green momentum going up. So 30 minutes, 15 minutes, I want to see this money flow and momentum green dot, like this money flow going up. So far it's no go. So this looks nice, by the way, for a long position. The price is close to the Bollinger Band. But we're below the Ichimoku cloud, which is bearish. Now let me see the daily. Yeah, the daily also looks bearish, like we printed a few candles here, a few daily candles, and you can see we got rejected multiple times and now we're going down. So the daily is bearish, really. And we're below the Ichimoku cloud as well. I may attempt a small scalp to the long side, to the upside, but after I see this 15-minute turning to the upside, turning green, like I want to have a signal, green momentum here. Right now it's no go. On the 15-minute also, like we are below the pivot, looks bearish. Let's see if we can go down to 19.6, maybe there I can pick it up. The Google Trends, it seems it has bottomed. Like 19, 20, 20, 19. Now it's going up, which supposedly means that if this has bottomed, the interest in Bitcoin price in Google Trends, it means that we are beginning the next wave to the downside, and I think that's a very probable scenario. I think most of the most of the 2 months, like from this high here in interest at actually wall in the price. This was a 17.6 wall. I have been waiting for this to bottom, um, and yeah, maybe it already bottomed, and this is the start of the new and hopefully final wave to the downside. I wonder where we will go, like 13, 14k, maybe lower, we'll see. If there is too much panic, we can go lower with a week. So yeah, that's it from my side. This is really what I'll be doing right now. Maybe a small long, small scalp if I see this 15-minute turning over. If not, I'm not doing anything because the price action looks bearish. I'll play USP crypto analysis.
Hello, folks, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspo Crypto. We will go directly to our blockchain metrics, and first of all, I just want to say that many will expect a full analysis tomorrow and the Q&A. I'm not going to provide any analysis tomorrow and any Q&A tomorrow, just because tomorrow it's a very special day. At least for me and maybe for some other peoples around the world. And I'm just going to take off the whole day. I mean, some of you just, I guess, noticed that I wasn't really active in the last few days. I would say even the whole week on Twitter, just because I'm, well, making some private stuff at the same time, not only crypto things, and but they will change. So I think next week everything is going back to usual to my daily work and stuff. Well, let us start. As you can see, DXY is pushing up very hard, something I really don't know why it's happening right now, because we got very bad data today. Unemployment rate in USA lifted up from forecasted 3.5%. Even previously we had 3.5% to 3.7%. So it seems that the unemployment rate is getting first hits from the economy situation also in the USA. Also something I'm expecting in the Eurozone as well. As mentioned just in the past, that takes a little bit of time, always. And when it starts to lift up, forget the current narrative of the economy is strong, we have a strong labor market, because even then it's over. Well, what can happen then? Well, usually that should be very bearish for the US dollar. And then we need to see, because even for equities, it shouldn't be very positive. It also means less money, less capital, and so on and so forth. So it's a chain. And also a disruption of the whole system, as also mentioned in the past, and it seems it's coming. So now, or at least then, crypto has to show that it's different. That's a different asset. And I really hope we will see a decoupling. If it's not going to happen, it's going to be a bloodbath in the next month for sure. So we will see. But this unemployment rate, 3.5 was expected, 3.7 is what they published. That's not good at all. Absolutely not. So let us go forward. Let us make a quick overview in the markets today. Weights ratio 1 day time frame declined to 0.542, so indicating 42%. That's nice, because it's indicating they are sending less big spots to exchanges, so less bitcoins, and that's why also here the whole weights ratio is declining. It bounced a little bit, but I guess it's going to decline even more. So we will see. You know that I'm expecting a push up, and maybe now with the unemployment rate, it could trigger the exit. Well, bull run isn't. It is much more an exit rally. That's what it happens always when economies is shifting to a big recession or crash or crisis or however you want to call it. But usually then it happens. We push up. Many will be in disbelief. What the hell? Yeah, like we had just in the past month. And just because many institutionals want to reduce their books, they will push up artificially the price to dump afterwards. They will, I think, bring new narratives if this one is going to fail and motivate and attract some retailers to buy their bags. So we will see. However, as you can see here, weights ratio 30 days moving average declining. So I refresh now everything. I mean, it's obvious, right? So they let the price go up, and now it's indicating they are sending more bitcoins to centralized exchanges. Weights ratio 30 hours moving average lifted up, declined, it's lifting up again. Also, something that's not bullish at all is that stablecoin supply in general is declining to a new lower level. I mean, new since our all-time high. And well, it doesn't look great. At least the reserves on centralized exchanges, the stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges are lifting up. That could maybe, because it looks very organic here, it could be that they want to push up the price maybe over the weekend. But last week, the weekend was boring. We need to see. It wouldn't surprise me. At the moment, I have closed my long with gain. Thanks God for that. And started a new short. Now I'm waiting to go more down to hedge with the long again, and then close my short. Maybe it depends. This weekend could be very problematic based on price action. Maybe nothing happens, or it's going to be very volatile weekend. So we need to be very careful. Okay, let us go forward. Well, inflow activity maintains relatively low. If we go, and sometimes that's necessary, if we disable stablecoins and if we check, for example, the daily inflow activity since 30K, and you all remember what happened here, right? So it looks like similar. That was a mini version of what we are doing right now. It looks very similar, and that's what's scaring me a little bit, to be honest, because they are maintaining that level. It's we had a breakout here, and they maintain a little bit. So I'm a little bit scared about what could happen this weekend. But and that's one thing why I'm scared, but not that much, is because last time we had huge, really huge inflows before the big news, something it's not happening. And if you check the aggregated volume here, for example, so let me show you here, for example, and compare to now, it's also absolutely different. So it's going to be very exciting weekend, in my opinion. Usually when the inflow activity is rising, it starts to decline as we had in the past. So I can show you here every time. So here we had a peak. What happened? We went down. We had here a peak. What happened? We went down. We had here a peak. What happened? We went down. We had now a peak. What's going to happen? I think we will go down. Usually not that big. I mean, that could mean that we are going to retest our current bottom. So we need to be very careful. Even I think it's time to go up again, but maybe next week. Because one thing that would match at least with my expectations for next week is ECB interest rate decisions Thursday, September 8th. And that could be something that is bullish for euro, maybe, short term, and bearish for the US dollar. Because even now with the unemployment rate that lifted up by 0.2%, an ECB interest rate could push up the euro a little bit. And that could, of course, let down DXY and push equities and Bitcoin, crypto in general. So that's a risky bet, but at the moment it's my bet. And yeah, as you also see, even here related, and that correlates very well. But one thing that also is scaring me a little bit is you can see here a lot of stablecoin activity. And mainly it correlated very well with outflows, inflows. Means we had outflows, we received inflows at the same time. Just here, for example, it didn't correlate. And that's the thing. Since then, it's absolutely flat, indicating me that these guys are preparing something. They didn't sell. Or why should they maintain their stablecoins on the exchanges? They didn't that before. All the time not. Now it's completely flat since 2 weeks. And that's another thing where I say they didn't sell yet. They are just accumulating on exchanges. And that could also be a big problem this weekend. Maybe even the beginning of next weekend. But yeah, I'm expecting. I'm expecting at least since a while the lag down to 18k. But it seems September, we will all remember it's going to be true. So we need to be very careful because really since August 19th we didn't receive any big stablecoin inflows. That's not good at all. So let us see. I mean, look at funding rate. We declined, right? So lift it up, decline, lift it up, decline, lift it up. But if we zoom out a little bit, it's absolutely crazy what the funding rate is indicating here. They are, even if we are in sequences, just demanding more shorts. In general, the trend is showing up. We are demanding more longs all the time. And that's what Binance, with its highest liquidity, is indicating all the time. And that's, in my opinion, a big problem. They will make a big shakeout, I think. And I would be very careful. That's why I closed my long. I mean, after a retest of 20,400, we didn't reach 20,500. Even I forecasted exactly that step. I said we will maintain at that level. We will go down 19,500. We will go up again to 20,500. And then we need to see what's going to happen. At the moment, it looks like we will go down. Usually, after such a triple bottom that didn't play out really well, now we have a triple top. And now we need to see. If we are really maintaining 19.5, we know that we have a gamma wall at 20,500, a huge one, but also a 19,500. Now we need to see how the market will react, and I think over the weekend at 19,500. That could be a crazy weekend, and that's why I said, I'm not going to maintain my long anymore, even not hedging anymore. So spend 50% of my funds for a short. It's a high leverage short with 25 leverage, and now we will see. If I start to see they try to push up, I will hedge again, but otherwise I will maintain now focused on the market and price action. If we start to see a weakness at 19.5, I'm going to go all in my short high leverage and then pray. So we will see. However, right now it's absolutely clear that open interest and leverage ratio, even a little bit less, but open interest is right now going up very hard. Funding rate as well, and leverage ratio lifted up, but not that hard like open interest. Also something indicating more longs coming in, more longs, all the time, more longs. Related to derivative exchanges, we have here big flow activity related to stablecoins, but also to bitcoins, and that's also going to be very interesting. At the moment, 80 millions, that's nothing. But for example, this morning we received 175 millions in stablecoins inflows and 140 millions outflows. At the moment, looks like more inflows than outflows, indicating even they are taking profit right now. It seems some people are sending more stablecoins, so the net flow is much more positive, even that doesn't show here up. Related to bitcoins, wow, I mean, we received just few hours ago almost 6,800 bitcoins inflow to derivative exchanges. 1 hour later, it seemed 3,444 bitcoins outflow, indicating someone to profit and withdraw. However, it seems, and that's what we can see here, for example, that at least related to Bitcoin margin contracts, the activity, the inflows is becoming more and more. The volume is rising. That's also something we will see, because in June it was the same case, but they were shorting all the time. You remember? They were shorting. The CBD was negative all the time, while future margin contracts, stablecoin margin contracts related to futures, were very positive, even spot. So indicating buying spot, hedging with Bitcoin collateral futures. And we'll see if it's going to happen here as well. So let us go forward and check. As mentioned, if we take a look here, we see, yes, the open interest lifted up, then it declined because they just liquidated a lot of shorts. Now it's lifting up. We are far away from our open interest volume we had mid-August. That's something big has to happen to let the open interest rise again. It looks like that even the bulls are not anymore really convinced, hey, up only. So also something we need to be very careful here. We can check, oh my god. Okay, so the market maker entity sent another 4,600 bitcoins. So these guys are going to make something, it seems. Let us take a look. Okay, that looks much better. So even we still have a 60 to 40 long short ratio, in my opinion still too high. At least it reduced a lot since yesterday. You remember 70 to 30? Well, now 60 to 40. Still less than 1 billion in shorts and still much more than 1 billion in longs, something that I don't like at all. And something that looks incredibly interesting is Ethereum has now more shorts than longs. It looks on Ethereum much more realistic, in my opinion, than the Bitcoin one, but also very, very interesting. So let us take a look to the Kingfisher. They announced they had some problems today with their hosting provider. We will see if that continues. Okay, let us try again. Give me blue. Wow. Okay, that was a front-running celebration. Okay, thank you very much. Let us go directly to Binance and check what Binance is indicating. That looks strange. 50 million declined a little bit, and now everything above of 21 to 21,500. Whew. Okay, that's crazy. If we want to go to the long side, we need to go to 18. But also here, nothing big, nothing really big. I mean, even here, the biggest volume cluster is 40 millions at 14,500. So absolutely not big at all. FTX, let us check. Well, okay, FTX doesn't work at the moment, it seems. Oh yeah, okay. Oh, looks exactly the same. Exactly. Yeah. Also here, 21 to 21,500. So we need to be careful here because it wasn't yesterday. Okay, interesting to see. So let us go forward. So what is driving the price? You can see what happened, and wow, I mean, I have warned about that. Just because FTX starts to buy doesn't mean they can't just nuke afterwards or dump very hard afterwards. We need to see. It's too early right now to say. The most interesting part here is that stablecoin collateral futures and Bitcoin collateral futures are doing exactly the same. So it seems we don't have any big hedging activity, and that's something that's, yeah, a little bit looks a little bit strange, to be honest, because that would be something that I would expect, but it's not happening. FTX did or bought almost 3,000 bitcoins, or at least that's the CBD, I mean the gap, right? But it looks like they bought 3,000 bitcoins more than they sold. Yeah, exactly. So Binance, well, it looks still much more like distribution, in my opinion. I need to refresh. I don't know why Coinalize need that sometimes, but you see they didn't push the price up really, and instead they are just selling. The question is that over now? I don't know. I really don't know. Bitfinex, also something. Oh Jesus, Coinalize, what the hell? Okay, then let me make here that the same. I refreshed just a few seconds ago. Bitfinex still in distribution mode. Also something that's crazy in my opinion. And even Coinbase, I mean, they started to distribute here. Oh, not big. I mean, look how much they bought. Now we need to see what they are doing next, but that's crazy. That's really crazy. So let us go forward and check what the entities are doing right now. So, of course, I mean, retailers buying, shrimps buying, this guy's accumulating, it seems. This guy's not doing anything. And, well, wow. Yeah. So now we are in a phase, at least on these entities, where I say, okay, guys, now it's your turn. I mean, if we lose that here, these guys want just to sell more. You remember what I have said? They reduced their balances here to 4,920,000 bitcoins, then to 4,930,000 bitcoins, now 4,940,000 bitcoins, just forming lower highs and higher highs. If these guys are going to break this structure, in my opinion, they want to distribute even more. That could be really hard. Of course, it correlates very well to the bigger entities here. They are just lifting up. And as you know, these entities, 80% of them are just related to exchanges. So, wow, we need to see what's going to happen next here. But this guys looks like if they don't start to lift up, they want to push the price more to the downside. We also know that they are using their bitcoins to, for futures. And we don't know if they want to long, short, whatever. But yes. So that's it. Let us go forward.
Yeah, thanks for crypto. Yeah, I think I'm bearish long-term picture, but there might be some scalp opportunity for the long side, maybe for a few hours or like several hours, one half of the day. Maybe there might be some scalp longing, but other than that I'm really bearish. We have to see how this week closes, but if we maintain this on the high Kenashi, we will continue down next week and the week after. So let's see. Here on the daily the money flow is very thin and just starting to go in the red again. Okay, let's see what is well, there might be some. So on the 30-minute we are just about to print oh, on the 15-minute we print a green dot already. So I'm going to place a long scalp right now, 25x. And on Bybit maybe I'm going to put 75, just small number scalp, and my take profit would be, let's see where, take profit would be 20k again. Yeah, I guess it would be 20k. 30-minute. $2,100 I would say. Okay, let me see the pivot. I think we're going to go to, okay, that's my target, 2100, and it's a small scalp, 25%, looks good. 2100. That's it from me, guys and girls. Goodbye. Have a nice Saturday.